I'm sitting on my patio, and here comes Mr. X, Miserable X. He comes running. I'm like, what is it again? You can't just be showing up at my house. He was like, I bought that phone that you said I should get for you so I should be able to talk to you. I was like, you kidding? He's like, no, I bought it. It's activated. It's on my line. I just need to be able to hear from you and talk to you and stuff. I'm like, for real? I said, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. No problem. I took it. I said, but you got to go. We ain't about to sit here and talk. You got to go. He was like, no problem. He got in his car and left. I called my phone company, turned my phone off and started using his free, service. He pretty much gifted me. So he left and stuff like that. 9 months went by. He was talking to me on and off and stuff like that. When he had the baby, he demanded DNA. They went to go do the DNA. Of course, you already know the baby wasn't his and stuff like that. So he called me talking about, yo, the baby is not mine. Now, I definitely got to leave now. I said, look, if you've been taking care of that Puna this entire time, that means you've been going in there and saying hi to the baby and saying and telling the baby that I'm your daddy. You're the only one that the baby knows. The baby don't know that other guy. You've been touching that baby. You've been caressing that baby entire time in your wife's belly because you've been going in there, and doing your thing. So you can't just leave the baby's life this time. He's like, you are impossible. I was like, oh, because you made me stronger, and I'm just trying to make you stronger. Wow, how you gonna walk out on your wife and the child right now? Because the child is not mine. I was like, that child is innocent. You need to stay there and raise that child. He's like, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that. I said, you don't know what that child is what's gonna become of that child. You need to stay there and raise the child and stuff like that. He's like, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that. How dare she do that to me? I said, you never cheated on her before? He's like, well, I was like, you know what? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. I mean, if you have cheated on her, you should get out. You should get off your high horse and just work this out, because it appears to me that you cheated. You're not perfect. You try and break up with her because she cheated, and you cheated and got away with it. Just because you got away with yours doesn't mean now you can abandon her and that innocent child. You need to stay there. You need to stay there. So he decided to stay with his wife and stuff like that. And then one day he calls me. He goes, she's telling me that she don't want to be with me because it's not fair to the biological father of the child. I was like, she said that? He's like, yeah, it's all because I listened to you. I'm like, because I want the best for you. This is what you wanted. You wanted to be with my best friend. You marry her, and you're going through some troubles in your marriage. Doesn't mean you should bounce. You should stay there. Remember the whole meeting, how both of y'all love each other and stuff like that. Because of that, you really couldn't go on with the marriage with me. I mean, I've been your support system. Don't turn on me now. And he's like, after all she did and I accepted her, can you believe that she wants to let me go because she wants the other guy to father this child? I'm like, well, I kind of believe it, because I mean, you two are birds of the same feather, and you very unpredictable, and so hey, you reap what you sow. I mean, what you gonna do? You gonna stay and try to fight, or you're gonna leave? He's like, I got no other choice but to leave right now. She said she wanted the biological father to be in the child's life and not me. I'm like, well, I don't know what to say, but sorry, this happened to you and stuff like that. So I asked him, what you gonna do now? He said, I'm just gonna work and save up a few bucks and get my own place. I'm like, dang, you even broke on top of all this? He was like, don't make fun of me. I'm like, I just asked a question. So he went to work. Few days later, he went to work. When he came back, he saw the biological father in the house with his wife. He walked up to her. He said, "What is he doing here?" She said, "Well, I thought we had this conversation." He's like, "So you just gonna disrespect me like that? I ain't even left the house yet, and you already bringing him?" And the other dude just sitting, chilling on the couch, eating some popcorn, eating whatever he was eating, watching TV. He said, "You just gonna disrespect me like that? You should at least give me the chance to leave." She's like, "Don't tell me what to do because this is my house. You moved in with me just like you moved in with your ex-fiance and stuff. You never had anything of your own, so you can't tell me how to live my life. Even though we're married, you can go and file for divorce, but I'm moving on. And if the choice is left to you whether to leave right this minute or be in this house, but you're going to sleep on the couch." I'm like, oh my goodness, karma is killing this dude. Like, whoa, she is giving it to him. Like, oh wow. And I'm like, wow, she told you that? He's like, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I said, I believe it. I believe it. She was a friend who stabbed me in the back. What you think she was going to be the best thing that ever happened to you? She said, well, she betrayed. She betrayed me. So you think she was just going to not betray you too? I'm like, well, you just got to try to get up out of there fast before you end up watching some porn, between your wife and the biological father of the child that you wanted to claim, based on my advice. But hey, you just, I guess you gotta go. Then he goes, "I kind of blame you for all this. You give me the advice to stay here." I was like, well, whether you blame me or not, all of this started with you falling in love with my best friend. So you just got to go on to your mama's house because it don't seem like she's playing. And she's right. That's her place and stuff like that. So you got to go, homie. You got to go.